Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Playthrough with me, your host Tim. And today, we will begin replaying through Thief Gold Edition. There'll be a bit of prep here which you can skip via a link in the lower left hand corner. It should take about 5 minutes before we jump into the tutorial. So first off, what is Thief? Well, Thief is a first-person sneaking game. Our objective will not be to kill all the guards, kill all the people, but instead find all the loot, and hopefully avoid combat as much as possible. This is perhaps the classic stealth genre game, and it is, in my opinion, the best of the series. Or rather, let me rephrase. Of all the sneaking game series, this one, Thief Gold, Thief 2, all the fan-made mods for this Thief series engine here was amongst my favorite. In fact, it is my favorite sneaking game. I have played this game before, so this will not be a blind playthrough. The last time I played through Thief Gold, though, was the last time I uploaded it to my channel. I am redoing this game, however, because my original playthrough is, well, the video length is very short, the graphic quality is very low, and at the time, I did no talking whatsoever. There are none of the in-game texts read. There's no explaining why I might be waiting in an area, etc. It's fine for a very old playthrough, but I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to then also, well, I guess I might as well leave the old one up, just in case anyone was curious. Know that I'll be walking everywhere in this game, and I'll be reading all in-game manuals, books, and texts on screen. I will not be talking non-stop in this game, but instead explaining a few things as we walk around. If I'm not moving for any length of time, then I will explain why I am not moving. And if I'm waiting for a guard, I might give a few thoughts as to how we're doing so far, or explain some of the lore as I understand it. I will not be reading or talking over any of the videos in the game. I also will not be able to find all the loot in the game. I have never been able to find all the loot in all the levels in this game, so please don't expect me to do so. I think that's about it. I think we're good to go. So I'm going to start a new game, and we'll go through the tutorial together. Let's go ahead and do so.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garret.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man!
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone!
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
Follow the directions of your instructor in order to pass the training tests.
Welcome, young Garret. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
I forgot to mention, and will interrupt to quickly do so, I am running the game with several community-made mods and patches in effect. I am running it through the Dark mod engine, which fixed a few things, I believe. TF Fix, I think, or TG Fix, has also been run to fix any glitches and problems that were with the game. In addition to those, I am running with the Thief High Definition pack. made by, oh, I forget the gentleman's name now, but it makes the game look absolutely gorgeous. I would like to take maybe a few more seconds here to thank all of the modders who put so much of their effort and time and love into making this game look and play as great now as it was when it was first out. Or rather, even better now, right? It looks a lot better now than it did before. Thank you, all you modders, patchers, and creators of all the content, custom maps, custom weapons, and everything for this series. My hat's off to you, sir, and or ladies. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get going.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
The game doesn't explain it to you, but I'll go over the user interface we see in front of us really quick. Do you see that weird square, rectangle, in the bottom section of the screen? That is our light gem. When it is dark, as it is currently, we cannot be seen by enemies unless they walk right up to us, and even then, we might still evade detection. Those hearts, or those pluses, shields, that's our life meter. The yellow means caution. We can be seen by someone who is looking for us or who might be in the area. That's what that yellow means there.
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them.
The red obviously means that we will be seen by anyone looking for us, or by even people not looking for us, just looking in the hallway.
Proceed down this corridor for your next test.
I will pause the recording briefly at the beginning of the next mission, once we load into it, to make sure that the video quality is coming out okay, and that the darkness is not too dark. I would normally have the game much darker than it is, but on the recording compression, it will then be way too dark and you won't see anything in the game.
Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
We could walk through the room, obviously avoiding the metal sections. But I want to show really quick that you can inch your way over loud noise surfaces to not be heard.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
Beyond this door is a hallway that will lead you to your next task.
I didn't show it earlier as well, but we have a map. This map doesn't show our exact position on it. Rather, it shows the area we are in. The maps are based on any information we might have as well about the area, and generally will be very sparse. They will only give you a good idea of where you might be located in it.
Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice.
Note that while you have your sword drawn, your movement is slowed down. Your movement's also slowed down while you are readying an arrow from your bow. Significantly, in fact. The game doesn't ever tell you that, but I thought it'd be nice to mention it.
Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword. Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy. Good job. You're ready for a live opponent. To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled sparring area.
Fighting guards is very tricky. If you want to block or parry their attacks, you have to make sure that you're first off parrying, and that then you block in the angle of their swing. Note that you'll also will parry only a single swing, and then your parry is broken. You will need to immediately parry again if you were just trying to keep yourself alive by blocking. Generally, the guards like swinging at you when you swing at them.
Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you're done, leave the sparring area.
Melee combat is generally going to work out very poorly for Garret, should he ever find himself in it. And the objective in melee combat should be to give yourself enough time to make them run away, and then seek cover and get out of line of sight for all the guards. If guards like hopping around, they can parry your attacks.
Running, scared now?
Not yet. Ooh, nice dodge. You can get behind the guards, in which case they'll have a hard time actually striking you. But one of the fan-made patches have made that more difficult to do.
That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garret? Please pick up all of the items on this table. Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door.
You can set hotkeys for your items. I highly recommend you do so. When you're running away from guards or you need a flash bomb immediately, you'll want to be able to access it without having to scroll through about 20 different items in the game. I think food can restore some hit points for you if you eat enough of it, but I'm not 100% sure. I know it could do that in Thief 2. I don't know if that's the case in Thief 1.
The door is locked, but the key from the table will open it. To unlock the door, select the key in your inventory. Center the door on screen until it lights up. Then use the key on the door. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
You can lock doors behind you, but guards generally can open any door that they wish, even if they weren't carrying a key for it. Keys which no longer serve a purpose are still kept in your inventory, so keep that in mind as well. We, for example, don't need this key any longer, so I could just simply drop it. Dropping items also creates noise. Be careful where and when you drop items.
Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream. Good jump. This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, you may return to your chambers by going through that red door. Farewell.
There were a few things they didn't mention, so we can take a look at these things now. You can lean around corners to see what's around them by using the Q and E keys. Guards, I do not believe will notice you in this game if you are doing so. You are, I believe, 100% safe peeking around corners. For swimming, you have a breath meter. Oh, or you had one. I actually don't see it here. Okay, well, there is a breath meter which is composed of bubbles. When the bubbles run out, your lungs are empty of air, and I believe you will just drown immediately. In all my years of playing this game, I have never actually drowned, but I believe it is probably possible. That's really all I have, everyone. Now, I'm going to have to adjust, looks like, probably some more mouse things. And looks like if I can get up any more anti-aliasing, I'll try, because this is making me a little dizzy playing this one.
The keepers were training me to be one of them, but I found other uses for those skills.
Okay, everyone, let's load into the next mission, and then there'll be a slight break as I get things configured and make sure that the video's okay.
I have a simple job planned for this evening. Break into a guarded mansion, steal another fat nobleman's priceless trinket, and leave quietly. Lord Bafford is out of town, and rumor has it that the captain of his house guard went with him as a bodyguard. The time is ripe for a bit of burglary. The front gate of Lord Bafford's manor is always guarded, and the main street is far too exposed. But Cuddy tells me there's a better way in, around to the side, more out of the way. One guard, and likely no witnesses to complicate matters. The piece Cuddy wants is a scepter, silver, jewels, the usual adornments. It should command a high price. Bafford, like most of his kind, probably keeps his treasures on the top floor of the place, close to his heart, and far from his servants. No point in waiting. I have Cuddy's old sketches of the place, and everyone who's going to be asleep inside already is. It's time to begin.
Lord Bafford's Manor. Difficulty hard. Sneak into Lord Bafford's Manor and case the place. The well house in the back is your best bet if you can get the key from the guard. Blackjacking or pickpocketing him would be the quietest. Find Lord Bafford's prized jeweled scepter. and redistribute it to yourself. Try to do it without causing too much commotion. In addition to pinching the scepter, steal 350 worth of valuables while you're inside the manor. Or rather, on the grounds. Don't kill any of the servants. They're harmless. Once you've achieved your other objectives, get out of the manor house and back to the city streets. Note that the difficulty in this game changes your objectives. On expert difficulty, we would need to steal 700 worth of valuables. We can't kill anyone while on the job, and also still need to make it back to the city streets. On normal, we can kill whoever we want, and don't have to pick up any other loot, nor do we have to escape back to the city streets after we've claimed the scepter. In addition to these things, the game's difficulty may alter the map layout itself in the game, or add other objectives to you in the game as well. So know that by playing on hard, there will be some things that we might not ever see. Still, we're doing this. If it decides to load. Oh no. Okay. This is our gear selection screen. Before each mission, we will see the gear that we naturally were given to us by the, well, level design creators. And we can see that we start with a sword, a blackjack, 1 healing potion, 8 water arrows, and 36 broadhead arrows. Broadhead arrows can be used to obviously kill things, such as spiders, burrocks, or people. Water arrows can be used to put out light sources and clean up blood marks. Healing potions heal us. Blackjack is really useful for knocking people out, assuming you can get them right in the back of their head. You can also use it as a melee weapon, but it's not very effective as such, but you can kill someone with it if you keep hitting them over and over again. We already know what the sword is for. We have $350 to spend before this mission. Normally, on this screen, that amount of cash is made up of any of the cash we've picked up in the prior mission, but the tutorial didn't have any loot for us. Anyway, we have some cash. What do I want to purchase? I think we'll purchase some water arrows. I think 2 of them's probably good enough. And I guess we'll take another healing potion, just in case things go really wrong. Let's load into it. Now everyone, I'm going to quickly make some adjustments, and I will be right back.